And so in April 2022, we moved over from the name The Run Buddy to Runner and launched on the App Store in April 2022. And at the same time, launching our subscription system as well. So moving on from selling these upfront PDFs, you could subscribe and train with Runner and have access to your plan, adjust your plan, and do that at any moment throughout the entire kind of journey. And since then, we've been able to grow from having 0 subscribers to 2 years later, to now having kind of well over 100,000 people training with us in 180 different countries, and half of them are not even in the UK. And that's the scale of it, and that's the influence that we've kind of been able to go on to achieve, which is obviously amazing. But at the same time, it's so exciting because like maybe going back to progress again, and I didn't realize this was going to be the theme. Maybe that is the theme. But like there is so much left to do. As in like we feel like we built like 20% of the app, which is so exciting because from a consumer's perspective, like we're the highest rated running coaching app in the world, highest rated running coaching system in the world. And we've got all these amazing, we got 15,000 5-star reviews now. Yet like we feel like we're not even half built the house.
No, we're going to get onto that for sure. Why did you think starting with Dom would work?
Well, I think so. He had put a little bit of thought into it and kind of asked to catch up on this Monday evening, and almost had so he had put a bit of thought into it, showed me his kind of like thinkings and like needed this information from me, and then almost sent me away with homework and wanted to catch up on the Thursday. And I didn't really feel like I had a choice of other than like, first of all, I had to take the call because he's a friend.
Yeah.
He was a paying client, so I felt it'd be too rude not to. And so relatively, I was like, wow, this is actually really interesting, really exciting.
Yeah.
And then also I needed to catch up with him on Thursday to deliver the work they had asked for. So I wasn't kind of like, I definitely wasn't the type of person that wanted to be an entrepreneur, wanted to go and be a founder or whatever. I was very happy, had a very good life, working probably 35 hours a week, earning $5K a month as a 24-year-old, was a very happy person. So relatively, I'm a crazy person for throwing a little all away, working infinitely harder now and not really having any more money to show for it. But yeah, it was that like I believed in Dom. Dom's a genius. He joined the lacrosse club in his final year as a fun social thing to do around his electronic engineering degree, and he went on to get the top electronic engineering honours at Southampton, which is one of the best universities in the country for that.
And what was he doing? Because he was working.
So he worked at McKinsey, working in tech there. One of the smartest, most successful guys I knew. So like I couldn't not explore this. And it basically just was like a really interesting way to spend our evenings. And it was Mondays and Thursdays, and then it became every night of the week. He'd take his annual leave, come and stay with me in Richmond, and we'd just work on it. And I genuinely thought it was like, build it, put it onto a website somewhere, no one will use it, I can get back to my life and get rid of Dom. Like genuinely, that was what I thought I was doing. And I thought it's really cool. I can basically build this thing so my friends can actually have free running coaching with me, and like people can use it online, but it'd just be this side thing and I'll focus on my life. And what happened is 9 months later, we launched it during the 19th of March, 2021. And like, I think we had like 4 people buy a plan that day, and we're like, oh my God. And then like, no one bought a plan the next day. So I thought, oh, thank God, we can like chill out. And then like 11 people bought a plan the day after that.
Yeah.
And like, then they would email back being like, this is great, but imagine if you had that thing. And we're like, oh, well, now I have to go do that thing. And like, we're just still there. We're like, just like,
did you think it wasn't going to work?
Hundreds of things to add.
Yeah. Was there a point where you think it maybe wouldn't work then?
I never thought that it wouldn't work.
Right.
But I didn't care. As it might sound really silly, but I just wasn't the type of person who wanted to be a successful entrepreneur, who wanted to do this amazing thing and change the world. I just wanted to have enough time to go and do my Ironman training and help people.
Were you still training at this time for more?
Yeah, I mean, so I'm never stopped. So I did that first Ironman, and my life goal really outside of work is to just get better at my Ironman and be as fit and healthy and happy as I can be. And now Runner takes up a lot of time. So maybe that isn't the most important goal or the one that gets the most amount of time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's never changed. But yeah, I don't think I ever thought that it wasn't going to work, but I definitely didn't necessarily on day one think like, this is my future.
Right.
And I think as soon as we launched it, it became clear that it was.
When you first did that kind of raise of capital, the crowdfund from your current customers and I'm sure friends and family and stuff, is that the bit where it started to feel very serious for you?
Yeah, I think like there wasn't like a day where it changed. As in like, and I think that's probably the same with like my getting into the gym, like my Ironman training, my progression with getting better at being a coach. Like we started with a Monday evening. It became Monday and Thursday. It was then every night of the week. Like, it's obviously quite a serious thing. I'm like missing out on seeing my friends. I'm missing out on taking on PT clients in the evenings because like Dom wants to have a call with me. So like, it's quite serious. I remember having like, probably the time that it became serious was it was kind of at the end of the lockdown. So it was when you're all online doing Google Meets or whatever.
Yeah.
And I remember inviting my like 8 best friends to like a Google Meet to show them the system work. And like, this was still months before we went on to launch the business. We hadn't got up with a name, hadn't got a website. But I remember like being like, guys, this is obviously gonna look really boring, but like, Simon, tell me your 5K time. Okay, how many days a week do you want to train? I'm like sharing the screen. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, watch this. And I click a button. It's like generate. And it's like, okay, now I need to go to this other thing to load the server. Okay, click go. And then come back and I'll be like, look, Simon, this has got your name on it. And it's got like your name over there. And it's got your paces. Like, how cool is that? And everyone's like, yeah, it's really not that cool. Like, what a waste of my evening. But like, that was probably when it started to feel serious.
Yeah.
But even now, like, it doesn't feel serious. It feels like a silly evening project that like me and my friend from uni are just like working on, and we've got all these fun, silly people that hang out with us in the office in this silly place. And that's like, on the weekend I was like being fun and silly with a megaphone shouting at all these people running past us, but like, I'm just not a serious person. So that hasn't really like become serious yet.
Yeah. I mean, it's great. It's great that you still enjoy it. I think that's the most important thing. Even through like I said at the start of this, you guys are growing so much from what we see on the outside, and it's taking those bigger steps. And I'm sure we're gonna get onto the team size and some capital raises, etc. Like the stakes are getting higher and higher, but the enjoyment's still there, because that feels like if that doesn't exist, what's the point?
Yeah, and I think it's like, you can talk about like raising money, making a business, like it all come back. Like the only thing that Dom and I care about is basically building the app that needed to exist when he first texted me and was like, can I coach him?
Yeah.
And like that app doesn't exist yet. Like there's still so much more that we want to build with it. And so with that in mind, like we're just so excited about thinking about all those different things. And at the same time, now we get to have people whose lives are changed by the 20% thing we've already built. And like, that's amazing. Like an example of that would be one of our developers who lives in Brazil. He got in touch after seeing an amazing one of the videos we did with the running channel, and they showcased some people training with Runner. He saw it, got in touch, and he kind of had the most amazing experience of kind of developing Apple Watches, or Apple Watch apps. So he got in touch and wanted to work with us, got the job, and at the same time started training with Runner. He's been with us now for 6 months, maybe 7 months. In that time, he's lost nearly like 20 kilos, and he's a dad of 3 girls, and like, genuinely
20 kilos,
something in that region, like a like life-changing amount of weight. But like, not because he's like on the whatever, he doesn't have to. It's because he's training with an app that's genuinely helping him. He's really enjoying it. He's having so much fun. Like, he's thinking about what carbon shoes to go and buy because he's so excited by it, and he's just like fallen in love with running in the way that I love running. And he will live longer. He will see more of his children's lives. Like that in isolation is enough to make like working hard for the last 3 or 4 years worth it.